So who has NT-play? Well, the following personality type, which is the ESTJ, ISTJ, ENFP, and INFP, all have NT-play. Before we jump in and define what NT-play is, it's important to look at what makes up NT-play. So as you can see in this picture, NT-play is made of extroverted thinking and extroverted intuition. So we're going to start by defining extroverted intuition. And extroverted intuition is gathering ideas and patterns. It's focusing on the new instead of the known. It's connecting the dots of ideas. It's brainstorming ideas. Ideas are also not personal. It's also conceptual and pattern memory, and it's living in the future. Extroverted thinking is a tribe function, and it's giving reasons, and reasons are not personal, and it's executing efficiency and effectiveness for the tribe in real time. It's making sure it works for the tribe, and it's action-oriented. So when you put these two together, you're gonna get NT-play, and NT-play is a combination of NE and TE. The NT-play animal is an extroverted one, and it's also an external decider. You are making a decision for the tribe. It's also problem solving and figuring things out for the tribe. It's expending energy for the tribe. It's gathering logical concepts from the tribe. It's also using clever joking around. And it's also solving the tribe puzzle, which I'll cover into more detail as we go along in this video. In order to figure out how to best use NT-play, we must look at the SF sleep and NT-play axis. So as you know, SF sleep is prioritizing for the self and also setting boundaries for the tribe. Well, NT-play is actually the opposite, and it's trying to figure out and solve the problem for the tribe. So we're gonna start with NT-play problem solving for the tribe. So a lot of people with SF as a savior, the SI and FI for any of these four personality types, those that has it in a savior state will tend to preserve their energy, and they might come across as selfish to the tribe. As a result, they might get tribe hate, and the people in the tribe might get mad at them. So what you want to do if you have NT-play in a demon state, so it's either third in your animal stack or fourth, is you want to go out of your way to help solve problems for the tribe. I'll give you an example. A few days ago, my girlfriend was having trouble with her investments at work, and she had no clue how the investments work. So being the NT-savior play that I am, what I did was I went to her computer and I read all the details on all the different investments that her workplace is making her invest in. And after taking the time to figure out which are the best investment for her, I asked her, okay, which of these investments do you trust and do you like best? And I gave her data that I know personally from each of those investments. And afterwards, we proceeded to complete the investment and problem solve for her. Now, you're not just problem solving for the tribe, you are figuring out the most logical way to solve their problem. Now, from the business side or career side in your life, regardless, any area in your life where delegating is needed, then solving the tribe puzzle is important because you're trying to figure out who is the best fit for this job or task. So what you would do then is you're using your NEFI to consume people's values and what they are good at and what they are bad at. And then you're going to communicate it to your team to figure out, okay, who in this group or team is best suited for each position. And this is why a lot of people with NT-play tend to be really good at hiring people and delegating to people because they know how to solve the tribe puzzle on who is best for which position. And finally, we're going to cover what NT-play humor is by giving examples of different personality types that has NT-play. So we're going to start off with Craig Ferguson, who is an ENFP, NETE, play, blast, consume, sleep, double feminine, who is interviewing Robin Williams, who is most likely also an ENFP, probably also NETE. And as you can see in this video, they are speaking the exact same language.
You're prettier since you got married. You know that? You always had the sparkly eyes, but now you're. I guess it's the unattainable thing makes you even more attractive.
The old hand signal don't go anymore. The moment you do that, bleep, this goes into witness protection.
Yeah, that goes into the other dimension right there.
Too late now. What is manual override? Manual override.
Anyway, Sarah in Rock Springs, Wyoming says, Dear Craig and Robin, my friends and I are forming a punk band but can't agree on the name. What do you think you should call ourselves?
Is it an all-girl band?
Yeah, let's say it is.
Let's say it is.
Let's
for
say
the
it.
sake of argument.
Well, I don't want to fight with you. If it's
No. You were in a punk band.
Yes, but there weren't any girls in my. But well, you know, there was no.
How about chlamydia?
That's good.
It gives you kind of... It's Greek, but at the same time slightly uncomfortable.
Do you know, I went to, very recently I was in a bar in Scotland, in rural Scotland, and I went into the restroom, and there was a sign up, right, one of these public announcement signs in the bar, and it showed, it was a drawing of teenagers dancing, and, you know, about to have sex, and it said, everyone's out and about, including chlamydia.
Chlamydia, your dad's here. He parked the van out back. We didn't know. I saw it in a medical dictionary and I named you. Where's your sister gonorrhea? Get over here, gal. Chlamydia.
Chlamydia, everyone.
She's out and about and going in there. What's having you good down there? Chlamydia, this fall.
The next person on the list, to no surprise to anyone, is Brene Brown, which is one of my favorite ISTJs, and she has play in a savior state. She is an ISTJ SITE, blast, play, sleep, consume, masculine, feminine, and this is taken from her TED Talk. And in this video, in her TED Talk, she talks about her experience going to therapy.
It led to I call it a breakdown, my therapist calls it a spiritual awakening. Spiritual awakening sounds better than breakdown, but I assure you it was a breakdown. And I had to put my data away and go find a therapist. Let me tell you something. You know who you are when you call your friends and say, I think I need to see somebody. Do you have any recommendations? Because about 5 of my friends are like, woo, I wouldn't want to be your therapist. And I was like, what does that mean? And they're like, oh, I'm just saying, you know, like, don't bring your measuring stick. It's like, okay. So I found a therapist. My first meeting with her, Diana, I brought in my list of the way the wholehearted live. And I sat down, and she said, you know, how are you? And I said, I'm great, you know, I'm okay. And she said, what's going on? And I said, and this is a therapist who sees therapists, because we have to go to those because their BS meters are good. And so I said, here's the thing. I'm struggling. And she said, what's the struggle? And I said, well, I have a vulnerability issue. And, you know, and I know that vulnerability is kind of the core of shame and fear and our struggle for worthiness, but it appears that it's also the birthplace of joy, of creativity, of belonging, of love. And I think I have a problem. And I need some help. And I said, but here's the thing. No family stuff, no childhood shit. I just need some strategies. Thank you. So she goes like this. And then I said, it's bad, right? And she said, it's neither good nor bad. It just is what it is. And I said, oh my God, this is gonna suck.
Next up, we have Dave Bautista, who is typed as an ESTJ, TESI, blast, sleep, and I don't know the rest because Dave and Shan did not cover that yet, but they did mention in their class with Ed Milet that he is an ESTJ and he is the specific animal stack. Now this clip I'm about to show you is him spontaneously using NT-play during a filming of Avengers Infinity Wars, and in this clip what he said was so funny that they decided to add it to the final cut of the movie, which show you how funny NT-play can be.
I'm gonna ask you this one time. Where is Gamora?
Yeah, I'll do you one better. Who's Gamora?
I'll do you one better. Why is Gamora?
Last but not least, we have Seth MacFarlane, who is famous for Family Guy, and he is an INFP, FINE, consume, sleep, blast, play, masculine, feminine. And in this video, he is using a lot of anti-play here to roast Donald Trump.
Oh boy, oh boy.
You know, it's good to see you, Donald.
Well,
We've just met, but it's good to see you. Tonight, we honor a self-made millionaire. He started with nothing, worked hard, and made a fortune. That man is Fred Trump, Donald's dad. That's right, for all of his self-starter bullshit, he's basically Jaden Smith with a comb-over. You're a grown man, you got hair like Dennis the Menace. What's going on here? Did you fall head first into a cotton candy machine? What happened? By the way, the producers have asked me to interpret that last joke for the handicapped person on our stage. The hey situation. Rich guy have funny hair. And Donald, as long as I have you here, it's pronounced huge, not huge. And here's another one. It's pronounced I am delusional, not I am running for president.
So as you can see, those with anti-play uses it in a humor state to be clever or offensive or both.